This is a presentation of SecurityDo's Fluency product. Fluency addresses the most costly aspects of the security response. As the amount of information increases, so does the number of alerts that a security operations center must validate. Today, it is estimated that in order to validate an alert, it requires approximately 30 minutes. This means that an analyst can only manage 16 alerts a day. At the same time, the amount of information continues to follow Moore's law. Security operations centers are suffering from an inability to digest the vast amounts of audit events that the network produces. Let's consider our current customer. This customer generates approximately 430 million raw events a day. These events come from intrusion prevention systems and network flow information. Even if they were to limit these events to critical events, there would still be 3,000 events to review. The issue is not limiting the number of events, for they're needed for the validation and scoping process. The issue is presenting the analyst with validated key events. There have been major improvements to validation and reputation engines. For the same customer, we can reduce the number of events to less than 14 a day. Most days, there are less than 7. By integrating the validation engines into big data, we can lower the number of key events by reducing the validation time. Fluency is big data management for security information. It complements your SIEM, acting as a big data manager. It also integrates the validation and reputation engines into your flow data. This provides fast, validated information from everywhere. Fluency is composed of a metadata sensor and an analytics server. The sensor is positioned along with other passive network devices, recording flow, attributes, and artifacts. This information, along with other syslog datasets, are collected by the analytics server. The server provides the real-time and long-term data analytics. The server also leverages messaging to work with validation and reputation engines. The results are presented to the analyst and forwarded to the SIEM. Fluency communicates to its sensors via a messaging protocol. It's also able to receive other log data, such as detection alerts, via syslog syncs. The incoming data is parsed and stored in a proprietary data store, along with a real-time data analytics data store and a long-term data store. This allows data access at multiple levels as the analyst needs it. Fluency can be deployed in one of 3 ways. It can sit as an all-in-one passive appliance. It can be deployed as a customer premise sensor and server appliances. And it can also be deployed as a cloud service, where the sensors reside at the ingress-egress points and the server is hosted in the cloud. Part of the success of Fluency is that it helps organize the functions that other security devices provide. By understanding the role of the deployed devices, Fluency helps leverage the current security investments and paves the way to manage these alerts at an enterprise level. At a high level, the incident response process requires a human to be involved by verifying, scoping, and working with the results of other tools. Each step is manpower intensive. If we were to graphically look at the process, we would see that the person is the hub, and that the person has a number of steps retrieving and reviewing data, then again reviewing the results in order to respond. All these steps require time and money. Waiting for results, validating data, and scoping take up a significant amount of time. The larger the data set, the greater the delay. Each action is called a pivot. We know organizations whose data sizes make these pivots cost 45 minutes to an hour. They pay the price even when the pivot results in confirming a false positive. The business key here is knowing where we spend our time and money. We can arrange the incident response process to leverage the tools we have and what they're good for before the human involvement. This simplifies the process, reducing the time and cost. Saving time is about leveraging products. There are smart people who can reverse files and analyze traffic, but that's not what you want. They're expensive, and they couldn't handle the volume of traffic that occurs during a day. We have to automate this, and there are a number of tools that can scale to the volume prior to having a human getting involved. Fluency's automation of the process makes the automation, not the person, the hub. This is critical as it reduces the steps and accelerates the response process. With automation, validation becomes simpler and quicker. It has a side effect of making scoping more complete. Scoping is the determination of all elements involved with an attack, and good scoping reduces the impact and chance of reoccurrence. Now that the incident response is more focused on the scoping and understanding the events, and does so quicker, There's more emphasis on the response and recovery, which is what we want out of the incident process. This concludes this introduction. If you want to know more, please visit our site at www.security.do. Thank you.